Want to find out more about what the comprehensive plan is and how it affects the city of Suffolk? We're talking about that topic on today's show. Joined now by Kevin Wine, the Interim Director of Planning and Community Development. He's here today to talk about the comprehensive plan update. That process is already underway. So let's find out a little bit about what a comp plan is and how you, the public, can participate in it. So Kevin, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tim.
Sure. So comprehensive plan, boil it down to what is a comprehensive plan and kind of what do people need to know at this stage of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the sake of sounding redundant, it is the most comprehensive policy document the city has.
Okay.
It has far-reaching implications as far as guiding a variety of documents, policies throughout the city to include land use, environmental considerations, facility use and management, and growth, ensuring that it's a smart growth. So it's very far-reaching, covers a variety of topics, and it plays a significant role in other documents that the city utilizes throughout the year, including the capital improvements plan and the budget.
Got it. Okay.
So it's a document that we review on a 5-year basis as required by the state.
Got it.
That really allows the public to participate in and help share their values and principles that they want to see as it relates to growth in the city of Suffolk.
And the planning department, of course, has the lead on this.
Yes.
Right? Even though there are other departments involved and other people involved, but the planning department, I mean, that's why you're here today to talk about it, is the one kind of driving the boat in the sense of moving this down the river, so to speak.
Yes, sir. We are the facilitators of it. It plays a huge role in what the planning department does on a daily basis, as far as allowing us to evaluate applications for growth and development in the city of Suffolk. But it really does touch every facet of the city. Every department has a role in it, and they are engaged throughout the process.
So when we talk about the comp plan, is it very granular or is it very broad in the sense of how it addresses these topics that we're talking about?
It's broad with the hope that there are some action policies in it to want to hold the city accountable to make sure that we are implementing the guidance identified in there within. So it's very, very broad. With, I think, kind of strategically encompasses a lot of flexibility.
Okay.
To allow us to adapt on the fly, considering it is a 5-year document.
Gotcha. Okay. So where are we in the process right now with the comp plan update that's taking place?
So the comp plan update, being such a broad document, it does take time to update and to really facilitate in a fashion that is representative of all the stakeholders. This is something that began in earnest back in early fall of last year. When we selected a consultant. Planning Next will be our consultant on this project. They're working with a variety of other firms as well that have been highly engaged. And the city has been meeting with them regularly, weekly at this point, to keep us on track. In January, that is when City Council authorized the city manager to appoint a steering committee made up of 22 folks, representative of the boroughs, as well as a variety of organizations, agencies that we work very closely with that obviously have a clear interest and stake in this plan. And that steering committee met first on March 22nd, and they will have several more meetings along the course of this update. So in the interim, we have developed a website where folks can go get additional information.
Great.
It is Suffolk2045.org. And a great deal of information can be found on that website to get more information as we move forward. Additionally, our consultants will be in town next week. We'll hold some focus groups with some other organizations we've identified as having a very clear interest in the plan, and certainly we value their input.
Sure.
And then they'll provide City Council with an update during the work session on where we are with things, so that'll be really helpful.
Okay.
Moving forward, we look to have some public outreach sessions in late fall. in order to really bring in the public. And we also have on that website that I mentioned, Suffolk2045.org, some interactive questionnaires for folks to participate in, and that will both be in English and Spanish.
So you talked about the steering committee, and I know, but again, there's plenty of opportunities along the way for the general public to get involved, have input, because that's how this document, the comp plan, comes together. It's really everybody coming together to provide the input to help provide the framework, if you will, and the guidance for really what we want to do, right?
Absolutely. And I think it's important to stress that if you have any interest in Suffolk, you have an interest in this plan.
Right.
And it's incumbent upon us as planners to do our job as well as we can to engage all stakeholders. Right. So yes, we do have a steering committee that is representative of the 7 boroughs specifically, and a variety of organizations and agencies that we work with daily through the development process, that we certainly value their input on a very specific level. Sure, additionally, City Council has a representative, the Planning Commission has a representative. So it's a group that is well versed in putting together a bunch of different philosophies and working together. However, the public outreach portion of this is vital, and really the most important component. And the public will have a variety of opportunities to participate, whether that's through the interactive activities on the website, Suffolk2045.org. Right. Additionally, there will be survey opportunities and public outreach sessions in which there are workshops, a variety of opportunities.
And then when those opportunities come up, not necessarily just the things that are on the website, but as far as dates and times and things like that, we'll be getting information out there about that, and they can also get that on the website, as well as the fact that we'll be sharing it through media releases and social media as well.
Absolutely. As soon as those dates are locked down, and like I said, right now the target is early, late fall, in order to get that done. Okay.
Now, I know we talked about, you talked about what the comp plan is. You noted the importance of it as far as in a variety of aspects of everybody's walks of life in Suffolk, but talk about it again, the impact this comp plan will have on residents and businesses alike.
So the comprehensive plan covers, as I noted at the top, a variety of subjects. The scope is pretty enormous when you think about it. But right now it's structured in a way, we talk about land use and place types, growth management, but facilities, transportation, things that really impact everyone. So when we're talking facilities, schools, incredibly important consideration, as well as natural resources and environmental protections. How should we accomplish those very important tasks and responsibilities that we have as a city? Additionally, housing. There's an entire chapter dedicated to housing. And I think that's something that is certainly a very hot topic now for the city. One, the availability of housing, affordable housing. How do we accomplish these giant questions that we need to answer? So that's what this document aims to do, to pave a path forward in answering some of these bigger questions, and hopefully leading to policies that can become effective through city code amendments or ordinance text amendments for the Unified Development Ordinance to make these principles, values, goals achievable.
Now, this is done or reviewed or updated every 5 years, is that correct?
Yes.
So what theoretically has changed in 5 years what, I guess, are you starting from ground zero, or are you looking at what you currently had, say the previous plan, and going, let's see what we need to tweak in that, or is it more of a, well, that's here, we're starting from ground zero to build this plan? What's the philosophy going into this?
Yeah, absolutely. So this will be the 4th iteration of this comprehensive plan that dates back to 1998. And we've had comprehensive plans before. However, a lot changed in 1998, 1999 with the adoption of our Unified Development Ordinance. The city pursued a citywide rezoning. A lot of properties were impacted. So we're building off the successes of those plans. We've been one of the fastest growing localities in Hampton Roads
Right.
for a really recent memory going back to
Sure.
1998. And we found that in a lot of ways our comprehensive plan has been successful in achieving what it sets out to achieve.
Yes.
So we're going to build off the success of that.
Okay.
And obviously we've identified ways that maybe the current comprehensive plan falls short. However, we want to shore those up and make sure this is the best plan we've had yet in this series.
Okay. And so when do we get to the point of going, okay, we're talking about it. You've got all this data, all this input. When do we start seeing a draft? When is that projected as far as on the timetable that you're looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the initial onset of the engagement of the stakeholders, our consultants and city staff met with city departments one-on-one and started to process their thoughts. So along the way, you're kind of building blocks to get to a framework.
Yep.
The focus groups that are going to take place later this month are also an important component in that. They'll build upon those conversations more, but really the launch of the public outreach, starting with our website again, will really help to kick off and continue to build towards that framework. So right now, our goal is to, once we conclude that public outreach portion through, like I said, late summer, early fall-ish, we will move towards hopefully having a draft accomplished and ready for review by early part of next year. So we're talking January, February 2023. And once that draft is provided and we can start to tinker with it and refine it, we are probably moving towards an adoption date early summer, midsummer of 2023.
So again, let's hit that website one more time. Again, that's probably where people can get the most up-to-date information, kind of see what's going on, where things are in the development process. You want to give that one more time,
yes,
Kevin?
It is Suffolk2045.org.
Got it, okay.
And that'll be your one-stop shop for all things comprehensive plan related.
Perfect, very good. So again, looking forward to those the community engagement opportunities and everything that Kevin talked about. The information will be forthcoming once we have dates and times. Again, go to the website as mentioned. We'll put that URL up on the screen one more time so you can get that jotted down and visit it several times throughout this process to find out exactly what's happening, again, where your opportunities are to have the input, and then of course as things continue to build out, there'll be more and more information that will be provided through the web portal. So Kevin, thank you for your time today to share with us about the comp plan. And again, I know we'll be talking again as we move through the process, I'm sure, to give people updates on this and find out what's happening in that respect. So thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tim.
Yes, sir. That does it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We'll see you next time.